You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, 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 done.
House Divided, the return of Joe.
I'm back.
It is a pre-recorded episode. We'll try and be in the chat tomorrow, so if you're messaging, we'll answer you in the chat, just not going to be answering you in video because we did this yesterday, Wednesday the 20th.
Around, it's almost 8.
Yep, 7:53.
Yep.
We have biggest stories today. We had Jay Wright stepping away from Nova basketball.
I didn't know that until Niko told me when I walked in.
Yeah, so Nova, I saw someone on their coaching staff is just taking over.
I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, there wasn't any rumors of like anyone else coming in.
That is crazy.
But yeah, it could be another one like
That's a good last season for him, I guess.
Esque player guy leaving, going out with Gillespie,
Yeah.
Samuels. But
Well,
that's
now
a
they're a good team at least.
That's a huge team. That's just losing like one of the top
I know,
5
that's
coaches.
crazy.
Definitely, you could make an argument for the best. You got 2 championships. But yeah, there's a lot of like transfer portal stuff going on right now. Did you see Julius Marble? I guess might transfer from
No
Michigan
way.
State. Yeah. What's his face? Brandon Johns is transferring from Michigan. He's in the portal.
Oh,
The
yeah.
forward. Yep.
And Baycott's coming back.
Baycott's
Did
coming
Love
back.
make a decision yet?
No, Sheboy is coming back from Kentucky.
Okay.
Timmy Allen from Texas coming back.
Did Sheboy win?
National Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back. He said he's expected to make $2 million in NIL deals this year. That's why he's coming back. He made $2
I don't
million.
think he's
Be
not
the
going to
best
be
player
good.
again. Yeah,
He's not going to be a good NBA player.
yeah.
Makes sense.
He's gonna be an undersized big.
Yeah.
Who else? Tyrese Hunter, Iowa State guy. He's transferring their freshman. That was like
That's because they think. Oh,
Averaging like
what's his
18 a
name
game.
from Memphis? The number 1
Yep,
recruit.
Monty Bates transferring.
Yeah, he entered the portal.
I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's like he was like so like he just wasn't good this year, but he was like the best recruit ever. Like
Yeah.
who knows where he's gonna go. The guy I always talk about on the show, Antoine Davis from Detroit Mercy. I would always bet Detroit Mercy. He's like he was second in the nation in scoring behind the guy from Bryant. He's transferring. Little Detroit Mercy, maybe he heads down the road to East Lansing.
Maybe.
Be a little scorer for Michigan State since no one else wants to. Hauser returned today. He announced he's returning.
What's this, his 8th year?
It's actually only his 4th year because he had to sit out because he transferred from Marquette to Michigan State.
And
So-
then, what's his name transferred from
When he was
St.
a senior.
Peters to
Yeah,
Bryant.
yeah. Doug Eder, that guy.
Yeah, Doug
and
Eder.
they also got Earl Timberlake from Memphis, who was like a top 30 recruit, went to Bryant.
Why is Bryant? Well, I mean,
Because
what's his name?
he
Doug
sucked.
Eder or whatever.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah,
He was
but
just-
this dude, Earl Timberlake, was like a top 30 recruit.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
went to Miami and then
Well, that
transferred
leading
to
scorer
Memphis.
was from Bryant, right? This year?
Yeah, Peter Kiss.
Is he done or what?
Yeah,
He was senior?
yeah. I think he's not coming back. There's like a lot of players. That guy Yuri Collins in St. Louis, their point guard. I've watched with you. I don't know if you'll know him by name, but he was gross. He's in the portal. Yeah, Tyrese Hunter. There's some other like bigs. The dude Kenya Davis from SMU. I don't care. None of them are gonna go to Michigan State. We're fucked.
No.
We're gonna suck next year. If Marble leaves, they only have one, or they'll have 2 big men: Hauser,
Gabe Brown's done, right?
yeah, and Matty Sissoko, who's never really played.
How about
And Malik Hall. if he
talking
counts.
about, well, you just made me think of Michigan when you said Michigan State. Jordan Poole's going off.
Yeah, he's gross.
He was gross in college,
I watched
but he was not good his first like 2 years.
that
in the
game
NBA.
the other day when the Nuggets Warriors game, and they were Poole and Steph were just like,
Training buckets.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I know,
so
Poole's gross.
They were so good. Draymond was hitting threes.
Dude,
It
they
was
could win this
disgusting.
year.
They could.
100%.
The hardest team they're gonna have to go. It's in the West. It's gonna be the Suns probably. I feel like
Suns
the
are
Bucks
gross.
are just gonna cakewalk to the finals. Like the Sixers.
I've watched 2 Suns
See
games.
it.
The first game, well, last night they played the second game, but the first game when Chris Paul went off, did you watch that game? At the end, he had like, I don't know, 18 in the fourth.
I didn't watch that one though. I know. Yeah, the Suns. It's gotta be Suns and Warriors in the West. Grizzlies have looked at. They did win yesterday.
Yeah, I watched that game yesterday. Ja looked unreal yesterday, but then he got hurt. Did you see that?
And
they were up like
I didn't
20.
watch the
People were
game,
pissed
I
he
just
was
saw
still
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Sixers.
He looked good.
They look. Yeah, the Heat. I just don't try. Like
Jimmy Butler looks amazing.
I just don't think they can beat the Bucks. Is like what
No,
it comes down
they
to for
definitely
me.
can't.
Like I could see like Embiid being good enough, and like if Harden actually shows up in the playoffs where they maybe could. The Celtics are like.
I like the Sixers.
I think the Celtics
are
beat the Nets,
losing.
but
You think they beat the Nets?
No, I don't know about tonight. I'm just saying.
I know.
this
Series.
series.
They're up.
They're just too
Nets
good
are 14
defensively.
right now, where we're at. But
Okay. What's the series? It's 1-0.
it's 1-0. That crazy buzzer beater. Like
Yeah, Tatum, little spinning layup.
That was sick. Marcus Smart not shooting that with 3 seconds
Yep.
left was insane. He also won Defensive Player of the Year, and that's kind of a crazy thing. I saw some shit where,
He's a guard.
well, because he's a guard, but Rudy Gobert was obviously the favorite, like all year long. And then, like last week, or like 2 weeks ago, I think, his odds to win, Marcus Smart's was like plus 22,000 or something. It was insane odds to win.
Jesus.
And then they were saying, I said this was like a guy on TikTok, on like the podcast things that I watched, was saying like the narrative of like just people wanting him to, because Celtics defense is the best defense in the league, so they're saying like that's probably why he's like their best defender, so that's probably why. But
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
All right, so
Tonight we have 2 games after this. We could say our prediction tomorrow. You'll know.
yeah. What are the other
It's the
games?
Sixers Raptors. Sixers are -2. I would take that.
It's in Toronto.
Even though, yeah, it's in Toronto.
They're already
Even
up
though
2-0.
Sixers are up 2-0. So this would be a game you think the Raptors really need to win.
Yeah,
But I just think the Sixers are just so much better.
they are.
You see Embiid
Harden
having words with
Nick
Nick
Harris, yeah. Harden stinks. You think they're gonna figure the Embiid thing out at some point?
I don't know, bro. Tobias Harris can go off though. They have so many weapons.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, Max is gross. He's only fucking 21 years old. Also
They're
with
stupid kids.
the Embiid Nick Nurse fight or conversation or whatever the hell it was. Did you see the post game like?
When
They asked Nurse what it was,
Yeah.
and he was like, said some like bullshit.
Yeah.
and like Embiid like roasted him. Pretty
Yeah.
good. That was hilarious. Then the league.
I'll fade you. I'm gonna go Raptors because they don't want to get swept.
Yeah, I can
Let's
see
give them a
that.
game.
It's not. Yeah, I wouldn't bet it.
No,
Let's just say that. But then, Bucks, Bulls tonight.
I
Bucks
don't
are
care what the
-10.
spread is.
Like,
I'll give the Bucks.
yeah. I don't know.
I'll take Bucks -10. The
It
Bulls
sucks
stink.
because the Bulls were so.
I
good,
know,
like,
but they stink now.
Lonzo's out.
I would never bet the Bulls.
And then tomorrow, the first game's Grizz, Wolves. Grizz are -1.5.
I'll take Grizzlies
And that's in. That has to be in
Mini.
Minnesota, right? First
Yeah.
2 games were in Memphis. Yeah.
Yep.
So last game, Memphis when they're home were -7. So just Wolves being home, they're -1.5.
All right, I'll take Grizz for that one.
And then I'll take the Grizzlies too. I love Ja. Hopefully he's not hurt. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
still take him.
The Mavs, Jazz is the second game. I'm going Matt. It's -7. I don't know about that spread, but I think the Mavs win. Jazz kind of stink.
Mavs -7.
Mm-hmm.
So Luka must be playing.
He's day to day. He's listed though.
-7 seems like he's probably playing.
Jazz have just been so bad, even though they did win already.
Did I watched that game the other day? Derek had a $3 parlay. He like boosted the numbers and anything. Donovan Mitchell to have 35, him to have 4 threes.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
And him to, it was like a third thing. And he ended up at like the end of the game, all he needed was another 3 to hit it. And he made it, but they called a foul defensively and they called on the floor before he shot it. So it didn't count. With like 18 seconds left, he made it. It was such a bad beat. It was $3 to win like 120. Like
That
it
is
was
a bad beat.
on
Oh,
3
shit.
plus Donovan Mitchell props. So funny. Imagine if you had Maxi Kleber had 8 threes in that game. Jalen Brunson had like 40.
Brunson had, yeah,
He
he went off.
He was like one of those guys like coming out. I was like, oh, he's gonna be like a Cassius Winston type, like where he was sick in college and then like he's just too small to play in the NBA and he's dropping 40.
I know. I saw Stephen A. going off about how he just hates the Jazz and how pathetic they are.
Yeah.
I was saying how Brunson had 4.
Yeah. Gobert needs to get out of there. They
Yeah.
don't use him.
And so does Donovan. I think they're going to all leave.
Yeah. I'll take the Jazz and the points, just banking on Luka not playing and them keeping it relatively close.
Yeah, I can see the points. I'm going to go
Just-
Mavs
yeah.
to win the game, though.
Just hope Luka doesn't.
Then Warriors, Nugs. Warriors minus 1.5. I'm going to go Nugs.
Yes.
Money line here.
I'd take Nugs.
They got that's the first home game of the series. They got to win. It's
Yeah,
2-0.
you got to win that game. They played so bad. I mean, they don't have
Jokic hasn't been playing that good.
they don't have Murray or Porter, right?
Yeah, Porter's out.
So
And the Warriors are just fucking
yeah,
hot.
they're so hot. But the Nuggets were winning by 20 in the first half, and they just choked. They just lost by 20.
It is insane. So
Um,
that's the 3 games.
so yeah, I'll take Nugs with you on that one.
That's the only 3 games tomorrow.
Who do you like for the finals?
To win it all,
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier.
I like the Warriors.
I've been tempted by the Warriors too.
Sadly, I like the Warriors.
I
But I
just-
also like the Bucks again. I don't know. The Bucks. Giannis is just.
Who's
too
the
strong.
favorite, the Suns or the Bucks?
Bucks, I think, are favorites. I also like the Suns. I love them, Booker.
Yeah.
So
I think I might.
and I love
I
Chris
might
Paul.
go Suns just because they have Mikal Bridges and Chris Paul to just bug people defensively. And then
Chris Paul is
I
gross.
just want Chris Paul to get a ring.
I just love Chris Paul.
So do I.
He's just a great player.
The Warriors are
Scoring
like
no points,
the
just scoring
dumbest, like great like roster building, obviously, but like you can't. What is the purpose of having James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody, like 3 top 10 picks in your team? I know Wiseman's hurt, but like why are you drafting all those guys and like playing? Like why wouldn't you trade? Like you could have 3 top 10 picks. You didn't want to trade for another good player. Like you probably could have
They
gotten
definitely could have.
anyone. Like I was talking to Derek the other day, and I was like, all right, they need like another big. Why wouldn't you try and trade one of those guys, like a Wiseman for Christian Wood from the Rockets trade or something? Like, what do the Rockets need Christian Wood for?
Yeah.
They stink.
Wiseman was. Good.
Yeah, but like he's not Christian Wood, and like they need someone that's now like Steph's like 34.
Yeah.
Clay's like injury prone, like 31. Probably Draymond's probably 33. 34.
Draymond's on the out. Pool's
Still
like,
gross. He's fucking locking down Jokic.
Yeah, I know.
I was listening to Charles Barkley and Shaq at halftime
They're
that
funny,
game. They're
though.
like calling Jokic like a bitch. Like
Yeah.
you're letting a 6'6" guy lock you up and shut you down. He's like, you can't call yourself the MVP of the league and have a 6'6" guy that's
Yeah.
6
People are
inches
shitting
shorter
on
than
Jokic.
you. I know.
Someone.
You bitch.
Who's the guy who loves LeBron with the big nose on ESPN?
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright, yeah. He was shitting on Jokic, like, he was listing, like, a bunch of players who are better than him so far in the playoffs. And it was like, shit, guys. And saying, like, how's this guy the best player in the world?
I did see a TikTok the other day, and it was like, who would you rather have, Russell Westbrook or?
I
Did you see
saw that
one?
too.
It
There's a
got
bunch
to a
of
point,
guys.
and I was like, oh, you can't like take these guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
I think Jalen Brunson was one of them.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I saw
It's
that.
still just like tough, like
That was hilarious.
yeah. I like don't
There's
know.
a lot of them.
There was so many. It got to a point where it's like straight up like
A lot of them said, not Westbrook, though. Which you
yeah.
gotta agree with.
I know.
Oh, like, Tyus Jones was one of them.
Yeah, you can't
They
take
think Tyus
Tyus Jones over Russell
They were
Westbrook.
saying, like, he doesn't have the turnovers Westbrook does, which makes
But
sense.
still, like you're not scared of Tyus Jones.
I know.
It's like, would you rather have a guy that's going to be like an all-star half the time and just be like an idiot half the time, or like
Yeah,
a
but
backup
Westbrook was
like
so bad.
yeah, but like it's also like a media thing where like just shit, like people think it's funny to like show all
Yeah.
this stupid stuff. It's not like he's god awful.
Yeah.
I
We
thought
also
that was
have
funny.
the 2 games Friday.
All right.
Well, there's 3 games, Bucks, Bulls, but I'm not going to say that because they got another game before
Yeah.
that. So, the first game is Miami Hawks
They're
at Atlanta.
line yet?
Yeah, -1.5 Miami still. At Atlanta.
What's the series?
2-0. They beat them both home games.
I'll take the Heat in that one.
The second game, the Hawks looked a lot better. Trae Young shot good. And Bogdanovich played really good. I watched that game. So I'm going to take Hawks,
I'll take the Heat.
going with my boy Herder,
Sweet.
who's playing pretty good. Then the Suns, Pels. Wow. What? Phoenix is -1? Every game has been a double-digit spread.
Not playing.
Devin Booker's listed as day-to-day.
What is Zion coming back or something?
No,
I don't care.
Zion's
Booker
out,
can
yeah. I don't
not
care
play.
either.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah, I might have to unretire for that game.
Yeah, that's like
That might be a trap, though.
That is the biggest trap line.
doesn't make
Let
any
me
sense.
check. Once it's that day, I want to check the
Well, we should do
the
it now.
public percentage on it. Well, I'll check it once we're done recording this.
-1 Phoenix? I get it's in New Orleans, but huh? The spread has been fucking -10 for both games. That's crazy.
Even no Booker, like I still.
First game they only won by 11. They traded. Suns won by 11. I watched that one. I watched the beginning of the one last night. I guess they lost. I didn't even know that. And they lost by 11. Devin Booker must have gone out. Yesterday when we were watching it, or when I was watching it, Booker had like 28 in the first quarter. I gotta check this.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the games last night.
Booker ended with 31. He had 20 in the first half, so he might have came out the rest of the game. Let me see how many minutes he played. Yeah, he only played 25 minutes. He went 7 for 11 from 3.
I mean, I still take the Suns.
I know, they're still better even without him. But CJ's been going off. But Brandon Ingram had 37 yesterday. Holy.
Yeah,
But he's not going to have 37 again. That's a crazy line, bro.
that's a crazy line.
All right, take note of that. Figure that.
Yeah, I'll take the. I'm gonna go with the Suns too to win.
I might have to retire.
If Booker's good for the playoffs, that's my chip team.
I've been retired since the college championship game where I had the worst beat maybe of all time.
6-unit play.
6-unit play, put it on. So sorry for anyone who took it. They're up. What was the spread? 3.5.
Yeah.
They're up 3. I don't think I've been on since the game. Have I?
No.
Wow. They were up 3.
I have to update the spreadsheet too.
7 seconds left,
put
I
those
think, or
numbers
whatever.
on.
How many seconds? I don't know. It's been a while. Whatever seconds left. All
Yeah.
they have to do is inbound it.
Get
It's their
fouled.
ball. Inbound it, get fouled, make at least 1 free throw. So I had it -4. I got it early in the day.
Yeah.
-4. All they had to do was make a free throw, one of the two, for me to push, or they make both, and I win. So I was just worried about the push, honestly, because I had 6 units on it or whatever.
Yep.
They passed the ball in to the fucking idiot. You were at my house, right? They put in, I don't even know the
Daniels, right?
I don't know.
A
Kid
little-
didn't play a minute of the whole game. Put him in at the end.
I
He
told
gets
you
the
they were
ball.
gonna put him in too. I was like, they're definitely putting that guy in.
The scrub fucking dribbles the ball out of bounds, and they win by 3, and I lose. All they had to do was keep the ball in bounds.
And then you needed like a 3 for overtime. Whoever like Love or whoever shot.
Yeah,
it,
Love
did,
shot a
like,
brick.
gross.
Well, Manic fell down. They were
Yeah.
trying to get him.
Oh
The
yeah,
play was
his
to Manic.
ankle was like shot.
He fell
like,
down.
Fell.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the baddest beat of my life. One of the questions was,
Your
which
best.
we'll get to, the
Yeah,
best.
these are the questions at
It's
the end.
definitely easier to remember my bad beats because there's so many more of them.
Yeah.
But that was one of them.
All right, so that kind of wraps up NBA. We did have the other news today was Debo requested a trade, doesn't want to be like a running back, he just wants to be a receiver,
Yeah.
which
know
doesn't bode well for the Jets because I feel like they have the 49ers offensive coordinator from last year.
Yeah. I don't know where he'll go.
I don't know, Chiefs,
Oh,
Packers.
maybe he'll go to
Chiefs had
Chiefs.
2 first rounders.
I don't know.
Packers don't have anyone. They
Maybe
signed
they
Sammy
will.
Watkins.
Maybe we'll go to
right on top.
Chiefs. They knew this all along. That's why they got rid of Tyreek.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the Jets do something. But all right, MLB predictions. Yeah, any teams you like this year? I think last week
Well, obviously I like the Yanks, but their offense is just so fucking ass.
I
They're
think
winning right now 2-1.
I talked about it last week just for division winners, and then I did.
I like the Jays, sadly. Jays are gross.
What I got down
I love
to
that.
just on value was, I think I like the Mets.
The Mets are good.
Like,
People
they're
are
like-
saying it's their year.
Plus like 2,200 to win the World Series last week when I checked, and that's what I
They
said.
have the best starting rotation.
Yeah,
in the
and they
MLB.
have good hitters now too. I think that they're like open to making a move
Yeah.
in the season for someone big. I didn't.
Well, Lindor's actually playing like Lindor.
Yeah, I said the same thing with the Blue Jays, that I think they're going to try and push everything over the edge and trade for someone big. But yeah, I would lean Mets, the Phillies are kind of a sleeper team where I think that they could be good. They got Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber this year.
Yeah.
They've got some younger guys. The Brewers have an insane rotation, insane bullpen. Just if they can get some more offense.
The Rays are still pretty good,
Yep.
even though they haven't been playing.
It's tough to bet NL team just because of how good the Dodgers are.
Yeah. Braves are not looking great so far, but
No.
they also get Acuna back.
Yep. Soon,
Then-
I think he's supposed
Yeah,
to.
he's
so.
in their he played a farm game yesterday.
Yeah.
Astros, I hate to say it, could be okay.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are just unreal, bro.
Yep.
And the Padres are good again.
The Padres will
But
get
the
Tatis back at
yeah,
some
we'll get
point.
Tatis back once he gets done with his
Like 3 months.
stupid hand. That was ridiculous. The Dodgers are the best team. It's not even close, bro.
Yeah, but
Their
they're
team's a
they're
joke.
classic chokers.
Their
Too.
team's a
They're
joke,
like-
bro. Freddie Freeman's going off.
Yeah.
Did you see it home run? Versus
Yeah.
that
Against the Braves. I like the Mets. It just odds wise, like who I feel comfortable like to win a lot would be the Mets, the White Sox, Blue Jays, and Brewers are probably the 4 that I'd be between.
I don't think the Brewers' offense is.
Yeah,
Good
but
enough.
it's just like once it gets to the deadline, it's going to be. Well, I'm just hoping they're going to have some. These are going to be buying teams. I know the Mets, the Blue Jays are going to be super aggressive. I feel like this year. That's why I like them. They both have GMs and owners that are going to be like.
Yeah, the Mets definitely will because
let's
they're
win.
pitching. They have to win this year.
Yeah, and yeah, like you only get Scherzer for so long. DeGrom gets hurt every year. Like he can't be.
Yeah,
amazing
Scherzer's on his
forever.
way out for sure. Scherzer didn't have great velocity in the last World Series, even though he pitched good. He looked like he was losing it
Yeah,
at every third inning.
but you still got like Verlander and Kershaw throwing like.
I know Verlander
like, great games.
played a great game. Verlander threw, what was it, like 8?
Verlander's
I mean,
39 and threw like a 1 hit through like
Yeah.
8.
I know. He had like 9 Ks or something.
He's so good.
Garrett Cole's ass.
Yep.
Holy shit, he
Yankees
fucking his
stink.
ass.
Garrett Cole
The
stinks.
Yankees bullpen's good.
Joey Gallo stinks.
Joey Gallo's horrible.
Josh Donaldson
Trade him.
stinks.
I like Josh Donaldson though.
Me too.
But I hate Joey Gallo. I never liked him. He, I was watching the game the other day and it had like projected stats up, and it said like he should be hitting 300 something. I was like, who the fuck makes these?
Yeah.
Stats,
With like
bro.
hard hit and like against the shift,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Yeah. I don't
He
know.
should be hitting fucking .12 like he's hitting.
Wait, Gallo or Donaldson?
No, this was Gallo.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Because he makes like super hard contact and like it just
When he
so
makes
happens
contact.
that- yeah.
He's horrible.
It was like he's hit 18 balls in play and he's made like crazy contact in 11. I saw something like
And I try to like Glaber, but
so do I. He was
Yeah,
like my
he's
favorite
awesome,
player that
bro.
one postseason when he was nuts, and
It's
now he's
getting
just
dude,
he bought his
that season he had
jersey.
how many home runs? Last year he had fucking what,
He had
5?
40 something, and then he had like 10 in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's insane.
He is like god awful. DJ, I like.
I like DJ.
I
We talked
actually,
about
I
him the
still
other day.
like Stanton.
And I like Rizzo a lot.
Yeah,
And he's
cool
also
guy.
he's literally
Chapman's gonna drive me insane.
Aaron Hicks was driving me insane, and he's actually the only one that could kind of hit the ball. And Stanton looked good at the beginning, but he's kind of
Yeah,
gone down.
I
But-
just like Stanton.
Yeah,
I've always liked him.
We were
alright.
talking about that the other day when we lose our favorite Yankee.
I think so. Yeah,
couldn't-
I love
I think I
Stanton.
said Stanton.
I had his jersey when he was in the Marlins, like when he was Mike Stanton.
Yeah.
But all right, so we'll make some official picks for the playoffs.
We need a little more time.
at some
It's
point.
way too early.
Even though I might take the Mets on the record for soon, just because I want those odds. All right, you want to pull up the questions? We posted a story asking for some questions, so we'll wrap
Yep.
up with that.
Let's see. All right. First one. Will the Raiders win the AFC West?
Will the Raiders win the AFC West?
No. God, no.
Um,
Oh my God, no.
no.
They might come in last.
I honestly don't think the Broncos are going to be as good as people think.
I think the Broncos will be good. You're not a Russ guy, though.
He's like iffy for
I'm a
me.
Russ lover.
I like the Broncos receivers. I love Courtland Sutton. I like their
He's good.
defense. I just think that it obviously matters come draft day. The Raiders, Chandler Jones big, Devontae's big. See if they can add another. They signed some linebackers from the Chargers.
Who Green Bay signed?
Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins. Who hasn't been good recently.
Yeah, he just gets hurt. Classic Watkins.
Yeah.
They're going to need another corner, the Raiders. They traded for one from the Colts, Rockison from Temple.
I think they come in last.
I think the Broncos do. Chargers are probably the most improved team. They signed J.C. Jackson. They got Mike Williams back. They got
Everyone thought they were going to win last
Joseph
year.
Day from the Rams. They're going to have
Could be
some
good,
more
yeah.
draft picks. They're going to be pretty good, especially if Herbert's better. Chiefs are just always going to be good with Mahomes, but theoretically, Kelsey's getting older. He's like 32, 33.
This might be his last good year.
Yeah, he might be on the decline. They did sign Juju.
Don't have Tyreek, which is
No
weird.
Tyreek. They signed Juju and
I hate Juju. I hate this Chiefs team.
And they signed Marquez Valdez-Scantling from the Chiefs
Yeah,
or from the Packers.
I don't like this team at all.
Yeah. Defensively, they lost Tyrann Mathieu.
I guess I'll
Signed
root for the
Justin.
Chiefs to come in last.
Yeah.
But I don't think it happens, though.
I don't know. I think the Raiders. I don't think they'll win the division. I wouldn't be surprised second.
I try to like the Raiders.
I just like Derek Carr's like a weird guy.
He can either be just absolutely disgusting or absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm. Josh Jacobs stinks. I think you got to run Kenyon Drake more. Draft a bigger running back.
Josh Jacobs just he's made of fucking plastic.
And he gets 2 yards a carry. He's got turf toe every game.
I do love Josh Jacobs though, so I don't like talking bad about my boy.
Yeah.
Had him for 3 seasons.
They're going to have Chandler Jones, Max Crosby as bookend DNs. That's pretty nice. They have
they're decent.
a lot of young D-backs that were pretty good last year. And you just need like a solid. They cut both their middle linebackers, so probably need like a vet middle linebacker. They can sign one of those.
Yeah.
Should be decent. All right, what's next?
We'll stick with the football questions first. That's right.
Okay.
Let's see. Will I don't know. Do you know what he's talking about?
Will our San Francisco wide receiver running back get paid? I think just Debo, like we talked about earlier. He plays both.
What do you mean get paid? Like the team?
Well, I don't think that it'll be from the Niners. I think they're going to eventually trade him. They're saying for a king's ransom. Honestly, like if you're smart, I would just try and trade him anyway, just because he's made of glass too. He got hurt every year before this year. He's still like hurt a little bit.
He's gross though.
He's
bro.
very good. He doesn't want to play running back at all though.
I know. I don't get that.
And I think that you could probably, if you
Probably doesn't want to run back. 'Cause way more prone to
you're
get
gonna get like a first and like a late first, probably from like the Chiefs to the Packers, and like maybe a second too for him. So you could get another receiver there if you're and like the Niners system, how they run it. Like if you don't have to be like a great receiver,
No, you don't.
just have to be a great like guy with the ball in his hands, which he is the best probably. Yeah, I'll say not by the Niners, by another team, and I'll say
I'm interested to see where he goes.
I'll say the Packers. Actually, no, I'm gonna say the Chiefs because I don't think they want to trade him to the NFC.
I'll go Packers if he's gonna go Chiefs.
Okay.
Because I want to see that happen.
Yeah, I want to see him with Packers because I hate the Chiefs. But
Is there any football more? No. All right, we'll switch to a couple baseball, and then we'll finish out a little more. So,
okay.
thoughts on players like Josh Donaldson? Will we remember him as a Yankee, a Twin, etc.?
A Blue Jay,
I'm
Braves, A's. I think that's what he's got.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Twins because I think of Josh Donaldson. I'm gonna go with Blue Jays. No,
And
the only
Braves.
reason I know, but I'm saying what I think of him. I don't
Okay.
think of the Braves. I think of the Blue Jays because, honestly, because the jerseys. I had a Donaldson jersey, Blue Jays, and it was fresh. I don't know what happened to that, but their Blue Jays jerseys are just sick. And
I
guess just got
honestly
Donaldson.
think of him because I was
I think
way
Twins
more
though.
into baseball when I was maybe in like high school. So I think of him as an A usually, just because that was like where he was originally. But yeah, I would probably
I don't think he's gonna get
Blue Jays
He's probably got a couple of years with the Yankees.
or I don't really think Braves.
I think when I picture him in my head, I'm
I don't
picturing him
think
in
Twins.
Twins.
So I might think Blue Jays or A's. We'll go A's.
All right, so we're separate on that. Let's see. Will the Braves be returning to the postseason?
Postseason? Sure.
Yeah, I already said that I liked them again.
They don't win the division, I don't think.
No, I think they're still good. Their pitching's really good. Once they get Acuna back in their lineup, they still got a good lineup even without Freeman.
Yeah.
When they added
Ozuna's
him
back
back.
and doing pretty well.
Yeah,
Matt
Ozuna's
Olson's
back.
gross.
He might get 100 home runs.
But yeah, I would say yes for the wild card.
Yeah, I think they definitely make the playoff. I'm gonna go yes. I like the Braves, just because I like Acuna and Ian Anderson. So I'm gonna go yes. Favorite betting memory. Meek said he knew his, so I'll let him go.
I remember mine. I have two. One, you were there, the Harden bet, that Rockets game. Then they were
You
like,
say anything, go on.
he was down they were down like so bad. It was probably like 10 of us, and we all had it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he started coming back. He was doing his foul BS, like kept going to line, making whacking threes. They went to OT, and we had like the Rockets like minus like 4, and they were down like 20 at one point. Came back, go
Did I
to
have this
overtime. I think so.
I think I can do
At Drew's, and it was like at his house, like his mom's house.
Yeah.
And they went to overtime, and then it might have gone to double overtime,
First
and then
game.
they ended up covering the 4 or whatever it was that late.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so that was mine. Yeah, I have another one. You want to say yours? Or you want to say mine?
Yeah, I got a couple now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Meeks just brought up Drew's parents' house. That made me think of one that I did there with him. So it was right when everyone got COVID.
Okay.
I already had COVID because I went to Onion and it was crazy there, whatever. So I didn't have to quarantine or whatever because I just had it 3 months ago. So I go to Drew's basement. I'm down bad on that week. Probably like, I don't know, 3 units already? No, more than that. Probably 6 units. And we're watching the Chiefs game and we live it. Chiefs were down, I think, by like a field goal or whatever. We lived it at minus 3.5. And they ended up coming down, scoring a touchdown at the very end of the game. Patty Mahomes went off, and they won by 4.
Was that the Bucks game?
And I had my whole account on it at the time. I don't remember.
There was one
who they
game when I
played.
remember being there with you guys.
It was just me and Drew.
Okay,
We were like
so no.
sweating. He did it with me. I was like, "Yo, throw this much on it."
There was one game. It was the
Oh,
Bucks
remember
Rams. No, it was Bucks Rams. I think everyone had the Bucks, and I picked the Rams, and everyone was so
Yeah,
pissed because
I
I
had
went
Bucks,
against
yeah.
them and won.
Yeah.
My other one is I was watching a Stanford Oregon game at school. Had bet Stanford
Oregon?
football, and
My next one's Oregon basketball.
I bet Stanford. I think this is who could have been the quarterback.
How long
Before
was it?
Mills, it was I don't know, 2018. I think I bet Stanford,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever won the game, I don't remember who it was, but it was. I'm trying to think of who the quarterbacks would have been. Anthony. Regardless, it went to. They were getting smoked in the first half, losing by 3 touchdowns, and like we had our spring or our fall concert.
Mm-hmm.
We went to it, came back, and we're like, oh, let's just check the score of the game. We were only there for like an hour. Like, let's check the score of the game. It was the 4th quarter, and it was like they were only down like a touchdown, and we just written the game off. We're like, they stink is over, and then they ended up scoring. It was like one of those games that went to like double, triple overtime, and ended up winning for us. And it was like
That's
a money
crazy.
line. That's my second favorite. So I have a football and a basketball.
Yeah, my second. So that first one was a football, which is surprising. But the second one was Oregon. I don't know who the hell they were playing.
Basketball?
Yeah, Oregon College Hoops. It was when Peyton Pritchard was there. And he
Okay.
was disgusting. And I liked him a lot, so I bet them a lot that year. And they were down, I think the spread was -2. Or no, it was -1.5. They're down 1 with seconds left. Peyton Pritchard took like basically from half court, 3. A deep ass 3. And made it. And they covered by the 0.5. And I was going nuts with my 2 boys. I don't know how many units I had on that, but it had to be a lot because I remember it still. And that was early on in college.
I love like those old college basketball players. Not old, but like ones
Yeah.
you remember that were like sick. In
Yeah,
college.
he was
Like,
gross at college.
Might not be the best in the NBA.
Yeah, he does nothing on the Celtics. Anyone who thinks he does, you haven't watched the game.
Might be the reason they turned it around this year.
Yeah, side note, we had a conversation with one of our friends, won't name him because the comment's so dumb. But when Celtics were on that 18-game win streak, he said Peyton Pritchard was a big reason. He averaged about 4 points in 8 minutes in that span. So, there's
Morale. He brought a lot of morale.
that. Yeah. And Jason Tatum averaged 36, I think, through the 18-game stretch.
Yeah.
But it was Peyton Pritchard's 4 points.
All All right, yeah, those are my memories. That was it, right, for questions?
Yeah, there might have been one more, but
I should have put it earlier in the day. We were pre-recording. I was like, we had something else to
yeah, that was a good idea.
to talk about.
We
so,
could do that probably more.
yeah, we should probably do it like every week or something, just
Yeah.
before, in case. I mean, we have the chat. Usually, this is good for a pre-recorded episode. But yeah, I guess that wraps up this week.
Yeah, just keep an eye out on those games tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll have to look back at what we said.
yeah. People be watching this tomorrow and be like, "Wow, these guys are idiots!" Like we see all the scores from yesterday.
But yeah, that's it.
But yeah, I guess that wraps up this week. We'll probably put out some
Next
plays
week
this
will be
weekend, maybe.
Deeper into the postseason of hoops.
Yeah, next weekend gets close. What's next weekend? Like the 29th? Oh, next weekend's the NFL draft, actually, on Thursday. So our next show would be during that.
On Thursday?
Yeah, so maybe we'll do like a
Maybe
little
we'll have
live stream on it or
guests
something. Yeah, some
and
guests for
watch
the draft.
Have some beers and stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, I guess that wraps up this week.
Yep.
Follow us on Instagram, tune in to the episode next week, and we'll see you later.